Hey astronauts, this is Brandy and welcome back to Astro-Tarot Research. If you read the title, then you know what this is about. This week's pick a card is Who Can't Stop Thinking About You and Why? Yes, whose mind are you constantly on? Who is flooded in their thoughts about you? So we have 6 piles to choose from today. We have the green marbles, which I do not believe I have used since Halloween. I wanted to give them a shot, plus I felt like they went with these contacts, which I absolutely love. So let us jump right into these readings, but before we do, I do want to remind you that if you'd like a private reading with me, all you have to do is go to my website, astrotarotresearch.net, and you can head over to my Instagram if you're interested in a weekly forecast, which I post every Friday or Saturday, depending on my schedule, but I do try to stay consistent with that. So let us jump into these readings. We have 6 piles. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, pile number 5, and pile number 6. So sit back, relax, and choose. You've chosen pile number 1, Who Can't Stop Thinking About You and Why? Let's get into the who. We have Justice. So this person could possibly be a Libra or have Moon in Libra, you know, Sun in Libra, Libra rising in their chart, some sort of significant Libra placement in their chart. It's possible. But if we're describing the person in general, then this is a person, usually I get Justice in terms of somebody who's older. Not necessarily always, but it's just usually this person usually has some sort of gray hair or they're older. Now, it doesn't have to be for every single case. Obviously, like I said, Justice can describe many things about the person, whether it's their physical appearance or characteristics or the fact that they're like a Libra, like I stated before. So with Justice here, we know this person is also going to display like Libra-like qualities. They're going to want to be fair. They're going to want to be friendly. They're going to want to make sure everything is equal with everyone. They're going to be very open. They're going to be like, they're just like very well-mannered individuals. They don't like, you know, shaking things up too much. They're not like the type that will say something if they feel that it's going to be extremely offensive. They like to be very lighthearted. They just don't like, they don't like rattling the cage, basically. So you're looking for an individual who has qualities like that. They're people who are, in a sense, they can be a little bit mischievous because they tend to hide behind, well, I don't know if you would consider it hiding, but it's like they're more calculated than you would think, okay? So, and highly observant, especially with the Justice card. Here, like I said, this is a person who strives to do the right thing and to make sure that everyone is on equal footing and setting. But like I said before, this person could be older and they could be also a Libra. All right, so this is why this person cannot stop thinking about you. We have the World. We have the 6 of Coins. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Let's do this up here like that. And we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so I don't like the way that looks altogether. We have all these cards here on why they can't stop thinking about you. This is pretty amazing here. With the World, it's like you pretty much are their whole world to them. Like maybe they spend a great deal of time with you, or maybe they feel like their life just would not be the same without you in it. I definitely get the World card for circumstances like that. Like where you feel like you and somebody have like such a deep connection, or you have like a connection to someone where you're like, my life, you just look at them and you're like, my life just wouldn't be the same without you. Like my life is totally different without you in it, and like when I picture my future, I cannot picture you not being in it. That's what the World card says to me. It's like saying, I don't want this to end. I don't want this connection to end. Now, I don't know if this is romantic in a sense, but quite often I get this card to be more romantic, but if it is not, then it's like a very deep friendship, or, you know, I don't know, mother, daughter, father, daughter, son, whatever, cousin, whatever, or a deep connection, some sort of deep bond, right? So this person thinks you are highly generous, especially when we have the 6 of Coins here. They see you as somebody who is in charge of their own destiny, and as well as the type of person to be very grateful for what they have. And not only that, but you're somebody who is willing to give back to other people who may not be in the same circumstance as you. But you're also the type of person to recognize their own flaws and to change your behavior if you feel that it is sort of making other people upset or uncomfortable or whatever. It's just saying that you're willing to accept help, and you're willing to improve yourself as well as help others improve themselves. So that is why this person just can't stop thinking about you. They just think that you have so many positive qualities about you. Like, you know how to adequately express yourself, as well as you're a great listener. So you just have a great deal of balance, which makes sense. If this person is, represented by justice, then they have that sort of, they like to display that sort of balance within themselves. Like, Libras definitely strive towards balance. Don't know if they ever get it, but they do strive towards trying to find that balance. But what I'm really trying to say is because that person strives to find balance, they look for those qualities in a person, and they believe that you have these qualities. When we have the Ace of Wands, this lets me know that either this is a strong attraction, or this is more like you make this person like giddy or excited or happy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I get the Ace of Wands, it's kind of like, oh, this is new. Like, this is a very, it's like a spark. It's like a feeling of like initial interest, or a feeling of just feeling like if you were to get a gift from someone and you're just like that excitable, jittery feeling that you're like, oh my God, a gift, like, and it's unexpected or something like that. And you're just like, oh my gosh, I love gifts. This is amazing. This is, great. This is fantastic. I'm like super excited for this. That's kind of how I like feel towards you, like generally every day. Like, you make them feel that way. And so they're like, I really like this person. This person makes me feel excited. This person inspires me. This person makes me happy. This person gives me confidence. This person like pushes me forward. This person, shares their shine, and I feel like I can be, open and excited and relaxed with this person, and we can have like a lot of fun together. Because fire energy is very like playful and very like flirtatious. So it is possible that they can't stop thinking about you because you've had maybe some flirtatious interactions as well. When we have the Knight of Pentacles and it's sort of next to this Ace of Wands energy, it's like saying, yeah, there is maybe some sort of flirtatious energy going on, but it never really like crosses a line. With the Knight of Pentacles here, they kind of feel like things are moving at a good pace, at a pace where both parties are like sort of comfortable. Like, I really get the feeling this is probably more romantic, but like if it's not and this is just a friendship, then I do want to say that you have a great friend who doesn't want you to lead their life, right? But you just sort of make them very excited every day, and they kind of feel like there's no pressure to rush into things. There's no pressure to like just make rash decisions, or you guys, it's like you take your time really getting to know people, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is so slow moving. Like, guys, I don't even know how to describe how slow moving the Knight of Pentacles is. Like, but it's like it wants to cover all the bases. It wants to be very cautious. It wants to take its time doing things. And this person feels like they can do that with you. They feel like they can really sort of, they don't have to rush to open up. They don't have to put themselves in circumstances where they're like meeting friends and family, like right off the bat. They feel like this is something they can slowly sort of grow into and be happy with. Sorry guys, I have to check my camera real quick. But it's like they feel like the way you guys interact, that you aren't rushing things because you know you have until the end of time, okay? Like, that's how this person feels, and that's why they can't stop thinking about you, because they feel like you guys have a future together. Everything is so balanced. There's a mutual respect, as well as you guys are inspiring each other like every day. It just feels like every day there's something new to either laugh at, talk about, discuss, interact with, things to do. It's like you guys just bring this fire energy into each other's life, and That's what makes it very beautiful. So that is what I have for you, pile number 1. We are going to move on to pile number 2. Au revoir. Pile number 2, who can't stop thinking about you and why? Let's get into the who here. Who from Whoville? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So we have somebody who has very like Jupiterian-like qualities, and somebody who is very much in a transitional phase in their life. And if they're not in a transitional phase, then what this is saying is that they've gone through some crazy upheavals. They've gone through like the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows in their life. And there has been some very extreme circumstances. This is the type of person who is now at the point in their life where they know they cannot resist change. And so there's a sense of acceptance about them. So it's not like this person, I wouldn't describe them as like very calm and tranquil. They're probably actually more of excitable energy, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like representing like speed and things changing and having momentum. So you may have a person who just generally cannot sit still in a sense. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it can also represent somebody who sort of is more prone to change their appearance, whether that is like their hair, whether that is their, hair, facial hair, glasses, no glasses. It's just like shirts, different styles, it doesn't have to be extreme. It could be like, one day you see them in t-shirt and jeans, or you always see them in a suit, and then they switched up with t-shirt and jeans or something like that. And it's just a person who they go with the flow, okay? They're not trying to resist the path, and they feel like they do what they want to do. It's a very spontaneous energy. So you're looking for somebody who can be a little bit spontaneous. And like I said, with the Wheel of Fortune is connected to the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter is like this very knowledgeable, it has to do with intrinsic wisdom. What I found, it mainly has to do with a spiritual enlightenment in a sense. It's like feeling a sense of connection with the beyond, or trying to understand what it is to connect to a higher plane. So you could also have somebody who is very spiritual, or at least somebody who's very philosophical and very intellectually driven. So why this person can't stop thinking about you? We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, if I'm being very literal with this, then this person is worried. It's so funny because they're a person who's going through a transitional phase themselves, but they are worried about things changing, okay? I think it's because they have gone through such pivotal and crazy moments in their own life that they know that change can bring about drastic measures, and it can bring about circumstances which are hard to get used to, okay? Because, I mean, humans can technically pretty much get used to anything, but they're, like, not sure they want that to happen. And the fact that we got 2 nines, 9 energy is very drastic energy. I was just watching this documentary, and they were talking about, like, I think there was this one floor of this building. Was it the 9th floor? I think it's on Netflix, but they were talking about the 9th floor of the building and how such significant and pivotal trials have been going on the 9th floor. And it's really just a 9 energy numerology wise. I mean, you guys, I'm trying to help you guys like make connections and stuff. So if you guys are like, why is she rambling on about things? It's because, everything's pretty much connected. So I'm just giving you a circumstance so you can help better understand the energy of 9. So what 9s do is they bring about very pivotal and strenuous circumstances, very monumental circumstances, in order to put this pressure to change, to move forward, to create new momentum. In order to do that, 9 energy usually works in a way where it pushes you to release what is happening around you. So like, let's say you're used to working some 9-to-5 job, coming home every day, maybe hitting the gym, hanging out with friends, All of a sudden, on your way home from your job, you get into an accident and now you can no longer walk. That is 9 energy. It's like it forces you to change up your circumstances, to change up where you thought it was safe, where you thought it was okay, where you thought things were supposed to go one way, but now it's doing something else. Now it's pushing you in a new direction. Now you're going somewhere else with this energy, okay? Now you are placing yourself at the mercy of the universe, God, however you want to call it, okay? So that is why this person can't stop thinking about you, is because they feel like a pivotal change is coming. I don't know if you're planning on moving. I don't know if you are planning on changing jobs, or if you're graduating, if you are, you know, getting a new apartment, if you are thinking of entering a different relationship or ending one. But whatever it is, this person is worried that the energy, the things that you were talking about, because this is how the cards are reading. This person is worried about something that you are saying or planning to do with you're talking about something you're planning to do, and it's based on long term, and it has to do with you sort of being very independent and being successful. And this person is like worried, like maybe you have some sort of goal or like I said, new job, or maybe like you're planning to make some sort of life change, some sort of major change. Or maybe you have some sort of long-term goal, like maybe you had a long-term goal about, you know, becoming a hairdresser. And this person's like, okay, this person wants to become a hairdresser and open their own salon. I feel like if they do that, then we won't spend enough time together. This person will be more independent and we won't get to connect like we used to. So this person is more like worried that you following your dreams and goals is going to make you guys spend less time together. That is why this person like can't stop thinking about you. It's a very concerned. I don't know what this energy is. I don't know if it's romantic. I don't know if this is just a friendship, but that happens sometimes, right? Sometimes friends or lovers or family members, they move away, or they get a job, or they get a girlfriend, boyfriend, and they are more independent outside of you, and they don't rely on you as much, and they're making their way in the world. And that is the person who can't stop thinking about you. Maybe it's your mom or something. Maybe you're like in high school and you're going to college and or whatever, and this person's just worried about, you know, you being out there in the world. So I don't know who this person is. I don't know if it's romantic or not, but the cards, I mean, the cards aren't reading as romantic, but like this could be obviously be a romantic partner who is concerned that, like, let's say you wanted to start your own business and they're like, okay, if this person starts their own business, we're not going to have enough time for us. So that is mainly why this person can't stop thinking about you. They're just worried that your future goals may interfere with the connection. Okay, so that is what I'm getting here. They think that there's going to be some sort of major change that's going to put a stress on you guys' relationship, right? So that's the main thing I'm getting for you, pile number 2. Either they are going through a transition or you are going through a transition, but whatever it is, things are changing, which makes sense with the Wheel of Fortune here, okay? And that is all I have for you. I will hope to see you guys next week. I have another amazing special reading for you guys. And it's been a pleasure, as always, reading for you, pile number 2. Till next time, au revoir. Hey, pal number 3, let's get started on your reading. And who can't stop thinking about you and why? So here is the who. We have the 4 of Pentacles. So when we have the 4 of Pentacles representing the who, we have somebody who is resistant to change. It's so funny because last card was all about change. But this card represents resistance to change. It also represents fear. Fear of things, of taking risks and fear of things not working out in your favor. Fear of what direction to go next. Fear of losing. When we have this energy, it's a fear of moving forward. It's a strong resistance to taking risks. So we have somebody who's a little bit of a scaredy cat, right? Somebody who really doesn't have that courage yet to move forward and to put themselves out there. Whether this has to do with putting themselves out there and romantically and worried about rejection, whether this is somebody who is worried that they want to start a new project, something that inspires them, but they're worried what people might think of them. Maybe this is somebody who wants to step outside of their box. This card reminds me of this MTV show that used to be on. I don't know if it's still on, Made, where they would have people who would want to be made into something. Like they would be like, made, I want to be a rapper. And it was usually like high schoolers or something like that. And you would have like this rapper come in and coach them to be a rapper. But this is like saying that this person would never even try to like audition for that position because they audition for that position. I'm turning into a rapper. This person would never even audition to be in that position because they would be scared what other people think of them, or they would be scared of them embarrassing themselves, or they would be scared of making a mistake or putting themselves out there. So you have somebody who is just constantly worried about making certain moves, so much so that they choose not to make any moves and they choose not to make any risk. So this is why this person can't stop thinking about you. We have the Page of Swords, we have the Strength card, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have Judgment. Wow. Okay, this is intense energy. So let me take everything all in for a second. It's something about the way that you communicate that makes this person unable to like stop thinking about you. With the Page of Swords, we have somebody constantly over and over, I get it, to represent small talk, sometimes gossip, really like casual conversations having to do with, hey, did you go to that? Have you heard of this restaurant named Italy? Yeah, I like that restaurant named Italy. It's really great. They have great pizza there. I've never tried their pizza, but I've tried their hot chocolate. And you know, it's like conversations like that, okay? So that's like the Page of Swords. And when we have this Strength card here representing like resistance, holding back, patience, it's like saying, I think this person can't stop thinking about you. It's because they're sort of like in awe of your ability to make casual conversation. I know it sounds weird, but like, you know, a lot of people have social anxiety, and this card would definitely be representative of social anxiety. And they kind of feel like you are able to sort of navigate conversations very fluidly, especially when we have the Ace of Swords here. It's a card that has to do with ideas as well. So it's possible that this person thinks that you have a lot of amazing ideas and you are open to sharing your ideas as well. So you're able to communicate yourself effectively. I can't communicate myself. You're able to communicate effectively, and you're able to share your ideas without being worried about judgment, which this person is so scared of judgment, okay? And this to them is like amazing. They're like, how can this person even like just be casually putting themselves out there and not even care what anyone thinks, okay? Like for them, it's like so refreshing to see someone relax. They're not really like jealous. It's just like it's more of an admiration type of energy, okay? This energy is more like they're so in awe, like they feel like they can learn from you, okay? They feel like they want to imitate you in a sense, especially with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like one of the ultimate imitation cards, and they're definitely a card that it's so social. Like it's so social and it's so young. And I think because they maybe feel like they have some ideas that people may think is like immature or on the ground stages, or they feel like it's too early on to share it. And they sort of see that you just kind of like, you're able to just talk things out easily. Now, if that's not you, if you're not a person who's, you know, talking things out, you're a person who's more quiet, you're a person who's more reserved, then what this person is sort of, why they can't stop thinking about you is because they're probably wondering what you're thinking if you're that type of person, okay? Because when we have Page of Swords, you know, holding back on what they're saying, it's like saying it could be anything, especially with judgment here. Judgment is like saying being called to either a calling, like a vocation, or it's like being in a transitional phase, or feeling like it's like almost like purgatory in a sense, almost. It's almost like saying like you just kind of feel like you're in this, well, how do I say this? You're hanging in the balance. Like sometimes you are around people and you're not sure what they think of you or where you're going, because when we think about Judgment Day, it's like people sort of waiting, they're being woken from their graves and they're waiting to see like sort of what happens next. Are they going to heaven? Are they going to hell? Right? So it's like saying if you are a more quiet person, then this person is just saying like, okay, what does this person even think of me? Like, why, what's going through their head? Like, I don't know if they like me, if they don't like me. You may have a bit of like a poker face. So that is possible. So if it's, like I said, if it's not them, that's like the more reserved one, and it's you, then it's like saying that you have a very face that's like hard to read. So they think about you all the time and they wonder what exactly that you think of them. And they wonder how you perceive the world. They like want to sort of pick your brain, okay? In a sense, they want to know what exactly is going through your mind. Like that's eating at them. I think something about you is very like alluring, especially when we have the Strength card here. The Strength card is like somebody who has this sort of energy within them where you can sort of tell that they are a strong, you know how you describe the strong silent type, and you just kind of wonder like what exactly is going through that person's mind. What is that person's like? What is their day-to-day like? What are they going through? What is in their head? Like how do they think? How do they act? Where they go? Like who do they socialize with? Like this is the type of person, they just find that you to be so like, they find you very interesting, okay? So that is who can't stop thinking about you, pile number 3. Very, very analytical individual, okay? This person, I think this person either wants to sort of be your friend, get to know you better. They're not sure yet. It's really early on, but they feel like they just want to get to know you more. And they're so, in their mind, they're like guessing a million different things and playing out of various different scenarios and trying to put themselves out there and have a fresh new start, okay? So that is all I have for you, pile number 3. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and till then, I'll see you next week. Au revoir. Hey, pile number 4. If you've chosen this pile, we're gonna see who can't stop thinking about you and why. So get to the who. We have the Queen of Cups. So it's possible that this is a woman or someone who has more feminine energy. And when we have this Queen of Cups, we have someone who is very loving and caring, someone who's very thoughtful, someone who's very creative, and someone who is very emotional, someone who is very intuitive, someone who's very, usually very kind. If this was reversed, then I would be, you know, saying different types of energy, but we're not reading reversals today. This is someone who has a very deep emotional landscape, someone who can empathize with others, someone who is just overall, someone who's like generous with their time and their ability to listen to others, okay? So these are the reasons why this person can't stop thinking about you. We have the Lovers, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Cups. So this is highly possible that this is somebody who is interested in you, which is why I say it doesn't have to be a woman all the time. It's just someone who could just have a lot of, be in touch with their feminine side, so to speak, you know what I mean? Someone who's just like very sensitive person. So you can definitely have, it's funny how we have the King of Cups. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that. So in a way, they see you as very similar to them. I would start with that. A reason they can't stop thinking about you is they see you as very similar. They see you as also a very emotional person, someone who is very open and idealistic, and someone who is creative. They see you as somebody who is very thoughtful in a sense, because, you know, all water sign energy embodies like that Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, and those energies have to do with diving deep within the mind, and not only this the mind but the emotions. So it's about like tapping into putting a finger on society, tapping into your own sort of past issues or anything. It's like talking about the history, your childhood. It's like they see you as being someone who is very much in tune with all of those sort of aspects of their life. You're someone who recognizes, oh, I'm acting this way because X, Y, and Z happened during my childhood. Okay, so what do I need to do to fix it? Okay, I need to do this, and then I can let this go emotionally, and this thing no longer has power over me, okay? That happens sometimes. So, with the Queen of Wands here, they can see you as being very, very passionate. So I do want to say that this is probably the most romantic sort of the piles. So if this is not you experiencing something romantic, then that's fine. If it's not romantic, then this is a deep friendship. So I just want to say the reason this person can't stop thinking about you is probably because they have romantic feelings towards you, or they really love you as a friend, okay? They think that you are an amazing person, and they think you really compliment them, and that you are wonderful. So that's pretty much that. With the Eight of Pentacles here, they see you as somebody who's highly, highly analytical, and someone who's very detail-oriented. So even like the smallest things that you do, this person finds charming, maybe like interesting, things that are just like quirky, they would find like funny. They think that you are smart. They think you're, what's the word I'm looking for? They think you're very open. They think that you're very, what's the word I'm looking for? They think that you're someone who is just like, you have so much in common with them. They think that you're like smart. They think that you're their other half. They think that you're somebody who really understands them. I think that's what I'm looking to say. They see you as someone who really understands them. When we have the Lovers, we have very Gemini energy, and we have like very Mercurial energy. So the reason they can't stop thinking about you is because they feel like there is just so much going on, so much in common, so many ways that you guys balance each other out, so many ways in which you guys can share ideas, share interests. Like you guys are just constantly, you like never run out of things to talk about, basically, from this person's perspective. They're like, I can talk to this person forever. I can talk to them 24 hours. There's always something new. Even like the smallest detail you guys can expand upon, and it'll be wonderful. I do, however, want to mention here for the small few of you that this is like I said, a small few. That for those who, it's possible that you guys have gotten into some sort of like arguments or an argument lately, only because we have the Queen of Wands with the King of Cups. And then sometimes they can be like, when they come together, steam comes. And don't you know, what's that saying or that phrase we say, oh, they were letting off steam. It means you're letting out your frustrations, your anger, right? So it's possible that there have been some times or moments where you guys have let out your frustrations with each other, to each other, you know what I mean? So that's just a thing that is possible for some of you. And so it doesn't matter for this person. This person sees you like as amazing through ups, downs, whatever. They just kind of feel like you just naturally compliment them. And it's very incredible, especially with the Lovers here. The Lovers here sort of represents, like I said, the Gemini energy. And Gemini energy represents efforts and time and and physicality, like physicality meaning like things that you would do with like your hands and stuff. So it's like possibly this person thinks you are highly skilled, especially since it's next to the Eight of Pentacles. So that's another reason they can't stop thinking about you. This person is so like creative and smart and so skilled and so intelligent, like this, and they are so talented and creative, and it just feels like to them that you have an abundance of creativity, and it's incredible. Like they're like, I don't even know how this person manages to sit still half the time. It's no wonder that they are working. Okay, so you definitely bring some sort of love and happiness into this person's life. You keep things interesting, and not only that, but you're not predictable. I mean, you're not like you're not out of control either, you know what I mean? They're not like, oh, this person is so flaky and so out of control that I just can't rely on them. No, they're just like, oh, you come with some things different now and then. You come with a surprise. You come with happiness. You come with good conversations. You come with you say things that they may not always expect all the time. You challenge their sort of way of thinking. You really help refine this person's creativity, ideas, and you overall just help benefit them. Okay, and they would like to think that they help you out as well, and that they have something to offer you as well. Okay, so that's them. These are all the reasons why this person personally can't stop thinking about you. This person kind of feels like you are just beautiful, talented, creative, thoughtful, and that you guys like, not only if this is romantic, it's like not only that you guys have romantic connection, but you guys connect on a friendship level. So that is pretty much why you bring such excitement into this person's world. Okay, so that is what I really have for you guys, pal number 4. Like, this person obviously loves you very dearly, whether this is like romantic or platonic. This person has a deep connection with you, and or at least they believe so, and that you're just like always on their mind. You know, just randomly you'll pop up and be like, wow, I really like this person. That's what they're thinking. They're like, I really like this person. But that is all I have for you, and I hope to see you guys next time. Au revoir. Pile number 5, let's get into who can stop thinking about you. So let's get into the who. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So we have somebody who may be at a place in their life where they've just finished some big project of theirs. Now, people have their own sort of hobbies and things that they do. I know some people who have been trying to like start podcasts and stuff like that, or people who are into like studio work. So they may have been like just finished making a studio, or just finished like you know, setting up a website or whatever, but they've gotten to some sort of phase in their life where they've just now like completed something, and it took a lot of time and effort and detail into. This can also be that they are just in general at a good place in their career, in their life, and they're really successful and they're doing well for themselves. They don't mind branching out and taking the next step. But they're working towards a better future for themselves, and they're really honing their skills right now. They're developing their craft. So it could also be somebody who is taking classes, or somebody who is thinking of going back to school, somebody who's looking to really just hone their craft and make themselves better. But in general, like, this person has characteristics of somebody who's going to be very analytical and very detailed. So they'll notice small things. Like if you were to change your hair, granted that's not a small thing, but not everyone notices it. So if you would change your hair, this person would definitely notice. If you were to change your nails, this person would notice. If you were to, you know, bring in a different lunch, then this person would notice. So it's just like a person who just has an eye for detail and is very thorough and diligent. Okay, so you have a very hardworking person, and you have a person who just they can't, like, they're a little bit of a perfectionist. So if you know somebody's a little bit of a perfectionist, then this is probably the person who can't stop thinking about you. So this is why they can't stop thinking about you. We have the Nine of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Star, and the Eight of Swords. So let us take all of this in. For me, it looks like this person sees a future with you. Like, for me, this comes off very romantic. It sounds like this person like has a crush on you. And I only say that because we have the Nine of Wands. And Nine of Wands usually likes to hold firm in their position. And they like to, it's like they've had like certain feelings and beliefs and convictions based off whatever experiences that they may have had. And they feel like with you, like you're kind of like by them sides, like you have similar sort of like convictions, beliefs in general, and you're somebody who's like, you know, would be like a ride or die or something like that. And when the Three of Wands comes in, it's like somebody's thinking about their future, especially when we have another card. You see how they're both facing the same direction and they're going towards the future. The Star being about like out there, something, you know, that, what's that song, that famous song, Somewhere Out There, or is that from Fievel? You know what I mean? You know, or like when you wish upon a star, your dreams come true, or stuff like that. Like, it's like when you think about stars, you have this longing for like a future, for a brighter future, for a better future. It's just like what they sort of symbolically represent. So this person kind of like, in their mind, they see you as being a part of that brighter future, but they're not quite sure how to put themselves out there, especially with this Eight of Swords energy. It's funny how we have two eights. They don't really know how to balance that energy yet. Maybe they feel like they don't know the exact right words to say to you sometimes, or to express themselves. They maybe feel like subconscious about it. They feel like they're being very analytical and like, how do I approach this? Maybe this person is like, you're already dating with them and they were planning to propose or something like that, or planning to ask you to move in, or planning to just ask you out on a date or something like that. But whatever it is, it's like saying this person is nervous about something that they have to particularly say to you regarding you guys' future communications or future with each other. Okay, so that is what I'm getting. Another interpretation is just they feel like they can't fully express their emotions all the time, or express their passion towards you, and they don't have like the right words to say all the time, and they feel like they may be overanalyzing the situation and it's causing them like some sort of anxiety. But overall, they feel like you bring a positive energy into their life. If you would like to know that, they think that you are somebody who is very brilliant, somebody who's very unique, somebody who has like their own set of rules in which they live their life. They think that you're somebody who has the potential to be very, very successful, and that you are already like successful. Like you have these leadership skills, you have the qualities of being somebody who can be very ambitious as well as very thoughtful. You're somebody who can be very, very future oriented. Like you're somebody who doesn't let the past like control them or get to them. Like you see yourself as propelling forward and going towards something bigger and brighter and better. It's just like they know that you're the type of person who the only thing that would ever hold them back would be themselves. Like they see you as somebody who can handle their own, somebody who really doesn't need help, but they will accept it. And not only that, but they'll also be by your side. So that is why this person can't stop thinking about you. They just think that you two share a very like passionate connection, and a connection that can't be really fully explained and comprehended by other people. And also with the Star card here, there's this element of sort of feeling like you are like a little bit out of this person's like league in a sense, or something like that, or you're just like too good for this person. I get that oftentimes with the Star card, where somebody kind of feels like the other person is a little bit out of reach, or they can't quite get to that person. Like they're like, this person is so brilliant, this person is so amazing, like how on earth did I ever, you know, get so lucky to sort of meet this person? And that's probably what's bringing about this Eight of Swords energy of them feeling a little bit, you know, self-conscious and worried because they obviously don't want to lose you, but they definitely see you being a part of their future, especially with this Nine of Wands energy. It is also possible that they feel like you two just may have some very unusual sense of beliefs or thoughts, and you guys are like the only ones who sort of understand each other. Like you guys just have this like maybe you guys think a little bit out of the box, or maybe you guys are just visionaries, and it feels like to them that you just understand their way of thinking and they understand your way of thinking, and you guys you guys are just pushing forward to like a better place. Not only that, they just think that you are in general a very attractive person, so they're going to end up thinking about you a lot in general, especially with the Three of Wands here. This card is about sort of like testing, you know, your thoughts, your theories, your ambitions, your goals, and like waiting to get those results back. So maybe it feels like I said before, how they may have something to say to you, or maybe they've already said it and they're just kind of like waiting for you to respond, okay? And it's making them nervous. But that is what I'm mainly picking up for pile number 5. It's very interesting. This person does have a very high opinion of you, if you're wondering. But yeah, I hope you like the reading, guys, and I hope to see you all next week. I cannot wait for the next reading. So till then, au revoir. Okay, pile number 6, last but certainly not least. Who can't stop thinking about you? Why? Excuse me for that. Oh my gosh. That's a waste of time. Okay, pile number 6. Let's get into this reading. Who can't stop thinking about you and why? So, we have the Three of Coins for the Who. So this could possibly even be someone that you potentially sort of work with, or somebody who has a like partnership or is on the same like team as you, or it's possible this is like a classmate, like this is somebody who is, you know, friends of a friend, or like this is more of like an acquaintance card. If this is like friends, like this is not like a deep friendship card. This is like we know each other like casually, we've seen each other around, so it's possible this is somebody like that. It's interesting how this is like one of the one pile where this is like somebody. It's like explaining how this is somebody who really, who there are in connection to you. Like most of the piles kind of just describe this person's characteristics. So this lets me know that this is probably not someone who you're super close to, but they obviously can't stop thinking about you. And because with this is the After Tarot deck, we have a completed project with the Three of Coins. And what that makes me think is it's possible that you have already worked in a group project with this person, or you've already worked on a team with this person, or it's like somebody who you've worked with on something in the past, or you've either like completed things with in the past. It's definitely like a, like I said, it's like coworker, classmate, you know, teammate. If you were on a sports, somebody in the same like group as you, like let's say you were on an online forum, or if you were in a group that meets up in person. I know in this area sometimes they have like tarot group meetups, which I've been to like I think 1 or 2, but like it could be something like that. Whatever group thing, the hobby thing, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever group or hobby meetup that you may have, this person is possible or a part of it. So this is why they can't stop thinking about you. We have Judgment. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Magician. Interesting. So when we have Judgment here, it definitely kind of helps me tie into the fact that this is probably somebody who you've previously worked with, and you may not even work with them anymore. Like it's something to do, I think it's something to do with the past. Now this is for some of you, not all of you, but I do want to put that out there because that's going to be a message for some of you where this is a connection from a past. Like this is over, this is done, but this person can't stop thinking about you. And they can't stop thinking about you because with the Knight of Cups here, it lets me know the feelings are probably romantic in a sense, or there's a sense of attraction, especially with the Eight of Wands. It's just like I don't know if this person actually ever made a move, especially when these cards are sort of like following each other. I can't lift it up with these nails. And it's like water and fire, and it's almost like they're both kind of like this, like reversed. So it's kind of like saying that this person may not even actually ever got to express themselves, especially when we have the Knight of Cups like in a way reversed. It's like saying this person never fully expressed what they had to say, and maybe that moment is just dead and gone, and so it just feels like there's no way to reach out now. It would seem impossible, but it looks like they may even be thinking about it. They're like, okay, maybe it's like awkward or confusing, or weird, but they're in their mind, they're like, maybe I should still say something. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe it's not the end of the world. Maybe I can still, work my way back in, work my magic, right? Work my magic with the Magician card. But it's true. This person's probably thinking that way. Now, for other people, and this is not like a past connection or something that's just like gone, then this is basically saying that they would like a change when it comes to how you guys interact. They want it to be, they want the interaction to have stronger communication, because right now it may feel like that sometimes you guys don't completely understand each other, and it may feel like that you guys are on different sort of emotional planes, different ways of thinking, different ways of expressing yourselves, and it seemed like it could have possibly caused for some misunderstandings. And so this person is trying to work their magic in a different way. They're trying to figure out a way to be effectively communicative with you, and I do get that this is more like a romantic feeling, or at least this person has a strong fondness for you. And I say that just because of this Knight of Cups. I usually don't get the Knights to represent things that are platonic. I don't think I've ever have, but like Knight of Cups energy is just like this Prince Charming energy, this energy where somebody is trying to woo somebody who wants to express themselves creatively, someone who wants to be flirtatious, put themselves out there. And with this, it's like saying they don't feel like they've gotten the opportunity to fully express what they had to say, and now they want to be maybe more clear with their communication with you. But overall, if we're going to think about why they sort of like have these feelings, it's like, say, they feel like you're somebody who has either completely changed their life, or you personally maybe transformed yourself in a sense, especially with Judgment here. It's like saying Judgment is like something starting off with a clean slate. Something is just like, we are, wiping this out, and then we're creating this new you. I mean, nothing is completely new here with Judgment here. You're raising the dead, and they've already sort of been there, but it's like saying it's a different you, okay? A different way of doing things, okay? So that is how this person is seeing you. They either see you in a new light, or maybe you've changed recently, or maybe it's like that you have changed their life, especially it may have been like you've awakened like romantic feelings in this person or something, or you've awakened like certain creativity, passion, ideas, whatever it is. It kind of feels like that you've brought this sense of refreshment and almost relief into this person's life. They're like able to like relax more. But like I said, they feel a little frustrated that they can't communicate effectively, and they don't want the relationship to continue on in the same manner. They think that you're the type of person who, you may have a lot of ideas, but you don't completely share them all the time. They kind of feel like you're somebody, you know how the Eight of Wands is somebody who kind of throws their ideas out in a bunch of directions. When it's next to this Knight of Cups, or it comes right after this Knight of Cups energy, it's like saying that this person is a little bit one-track minded. So to them, it may feel like you're not even completely focused on what it is that they are trying to say to you, or you're not focused on them. You're just focused on your own inner world and the things that you want to do. And so they're like, I want to get this person out of that, and I want this person to, pay attention to my world and the things that I want to do. And honestly, they think that you are such like that you can do pretty much anything. I think that's the reason why they at least like you so much. They think that you're somebody who's so talented, who's so creative, who is so smart, who just has this mastery over their environment and who they are as a person. And they feel like you're somebody who is hardworking and you just have a lot of ambition and drive, okay? But like I said, you don't always express exactly what it is that you are, you know, going through, or what you're doing, or what you're planning. You're somebody who likes to, what's the word, move in silence, okay? That's you. You're like Miss or Mr. Move in silence, okay? It's just that it's funny because they do like that about you, because to them it can be sort of surprising to find out the things that you are doing, and it just inspires them in a sense. So these are like the main reasons this person is sort of like very drawn to you. Like, this person can't stop thinking about you. They just feel like you have so much going on, and it's inspiring to them, but they definitely want to change the way you guys communicate as well, or they definitely want to express themselves and make it clear in their intentions, okay? So that is what I have for you, pile number 6. It has been wonderful to read for you, astronauts, and I hope that I will see you next week with another beautiful reading. Till then, au revoir.